withdrawal actually may give conservatives a shot in California. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? All right. We're going to let you go, brother.
Well, there you go. There's the insight, folks, that you want from Real America's Voice.
Into the 4 o'clock hour, Steve, we're going to jump on and we'll see what the markets, because it was a crazy day in the markets. Take a look. Here's how we ended up. The Dow ended up down, okay? But that doesn't tell the whole story. The Nasdaq and both the S&P were down, but not very much. And these numbers were a lot worse earlier in the day. And then everything hit the fan over in the crypto market. Jump over to crypto, if you will, just for a second. Bitcoin, remember, we left you, the last trading day we left you, Bitcoin was trading 90,500 or so. Down to 81,000 about 8 o'clock last night, Sunday night. I'm watching the crypto markets trade. I'm watching 90, 89 and a half, 90, whoosh, down to 85 in literally 5 minutes. It lost $5,000 of Bitcoin in 5 minutes at night. And then this morning we woke up, messing around 85, whoosh, down to 81. There is some major liquidations going in the crypto market. I got what they call diamond hands. In crypto means I'm holding them. I'm not selling. Diamond hands are in. On Wall Street, when you're selling, you put your hands out. Sold, sold, sold. Buying, hands in. I got the diamond hands inside. So I'm gonna hold on right now. And as soon as it starts to find a bottom, maybe we'll start to maybe add it to the position. But wow, what a weird market. Oil up a little bit. Gold just ripping. Gold, almost $4,300 to the ounce. Very, very interesting day. So, and as Steve pointed out in the last hour, very good numbers from Black Friday. We'll see what Cyber Monday does today, but Black Friday had some very, very good sales numbers. So we keep eyeing the markets. And again, the reason why the markets matter, come November of 2026, when midterm elections come around, you want a strong market. You want a strong economy going into that. Because otherwise people say, hey, these policies aren't working. If it's weak, these policies aren't working, let's try something different. No, you want the House, you want the Senate, and you want the White House. And a strong market always does the trick for that. All right, well, the White House has been busy today. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt held her daily press briefing to talk about the president's busy week ahead and what took place over the weekend. To give us all the information, our chief White House correspondent, Brian Glenn, joins us. Brian, let's start with that. We were here on Wednesday, and we talked about the shooting where we lost a military member. Awful. Turns out the killer, the assassin, was let in under the Joe Biden administration. Talk to us about what you learned, what you know, what the president is saying about it.
Yeah, good afternoon, Eric. Well, that was one of the questions that came up today, and Caroline Leavitt doubling down on this as far as President Trump speaking on deportation of these Afghan refugees, these people that came in this country back under the Biden administration. Over 76,000 of them have come in under this kind of amnesty program. These are people that, like the person involved in the shooting, had worked with our military over in Afghanistan in some capacity with our military, and for some reason, I mean, this guy came over here, brought a wife and 4 kids, went through the naturalization process as well. For whatever reason, he was radicalized. I know Christy Nome had mentioned that earlier, that when he got here, he was radicalized. But President Trump is doubling down on this and saying, we're going to vet these people, and quite frankly, we're going to get them out of this country, not only from Afghanistan, but there's also some other countries that were known to have really some of the most high-risk individuals in our country. So as we all were getting ready for that Thanksgiving Day last week, Eric, getting that tragic news, which is just blocks away from where I stand right now. I walked past it this morning coming back from the Pentagon on the Metro. Sad situation. There is a memorial that has been set up in the wake of that. But President Trump not messing around, Eric, when it comes to getting these Afghan refugees out of this country and making this country safe.
You know, for a while there, over the weekend, he paused the vetting system. He said, well, hold on, let's take a deep breath, figure out what we're doing here. And let's not forget, Brian, let's just take this moment. I know you remember this after the Afghanistan debacle where we lost 13 service member, 14 if you count the pregnant woman, the baby, the fetus, 13 or 14 service members because of some miscommunications between Joe Biden in the White House and his State Department. They allegedly knew that there was an assassin's bomb, suicide bomb coming, and yet they failed to tell the people at the gates in Afghanistan. And then I'll never forget this, Brian. When the dignified transfer happened of those 13 service members, and Joe Biden was staring at his watch to figure out how long it was going to take to transfer the bodies at Joint Base Andrews. Can we can almost add a 14th or a 15th death toll to that Afghan number? Is that too much of a stretch?
Yeah. No, not too much of a stretch at all. I was talking to a colleague earlier, and they were saying there were reports that it was physically impossible to vet the 76,000 people that were just let come in our country under a vetting system. It's impossible to do that. You can't possibly do that many people in a short minute of time. So their approach to this was to get as many in under that window. It wasn't to vet them and get the very best. It was simply just to let them all in. But in the wake of the shooting on Wednesday, I think this administration is really going to take a tough stance on this vetting process, if not shutting it down altogether. And I think it's a very popular take for most conservatives and most people in the America First movement. I mean, he's done an amazing job closing the border. I mean, President Trump often says, Eric, that he can't even believe that we've had no one enter the border in the last 5-6 months due to the shutdown. But he's certainly not going to allow some of these refugees that come over here seeking asylum. He's going to shut it down, double down on that stance, in an attempt to try and secure what was broken in the last administration.
So, Brian, you were back and forth Pentagon. By the way, Rav is doing a great job having so much exposure for you folks. I mean, you're going to see the Pentagon, you're going to see the White House, you're going to see Capitol Hill. Fantastic. So over at the Pentagon, the left, I'm watching CNN all morning, and they just pounding Pete Hegseth. Murder, this, war crimes, that. Caroline explained some of it a little bit today. Tell us what she said about that.
Yeah, she explained his stance as far as striking these boats coming from Venezuela, and the question of if there were two survivors, known survivors, after one boat was struck by the military, and was asked, well, who gave the authorization to take the two survivors from that explosion to take them out. And she supports what our decision from the Secretary of War and all those that work beneath him in whatever capacity. So, there's one thing you can know about the Secretary of War and this whole Trump administration. They're going to take a no BS approach on all of this, and they're going to sift through all of the media's take and their spin, their attempt to kind of humanize criminals and narco terrorists. He's taken a very strong stance towards that, and I think the American people can appreciate some of these strong words. So when he says he's going to kill them all, and I'm just paraphrasing here, these narco terrorists, that resonates with the people at home. That's what they want to see. So the news can say what they want, but he is simply reflecting what the people want.
Well, I'll tell you one more thing. Joe Biden pardoned so many people in the administration before they're accused of any crimes. In advance of any sort of going after them, when Trump came in, there's no reason not to pre-pardon Pete. I love Pete. Pete's a good friend of mine, and I just hate what they're doing. They're going to try and really rack this up, and I would love to see Trump on the way out. Just pre-pardon Pete, because as soon as Trump's not there, and the Democrats have the gavel, they're going to go after Pete too. So final thought, Brian, we got to jump, but thank you for what you're doing.
No, you're absolutely right. Stay tuned to Real America's Voice. We have coverage from the Pentagon, from Capitol Hill, and from here at the White House. So amazing job to everyone behind the camera. Mason's here, and we got Jonah and Lance, and everybody's around here, and Will. So fine job they've been doing, Eric. And so our viewers are in for a special treat, knowing that we have a presence now at the Pentagon.
Well, we've had a major presence in the White House in the Oval because of that man right there, Brian Glenn. Appreciate you, Brian, and keep doing the great job, laying the groundwork for whatever is to come as we get bigger and bigger here at RAV. Thank you, Brian.
I agree. Thank you.
All right, folks, take a look at this.
My weight transformation was minus 46.2 pounds.
Woo! Shakalaka!
199.6 down to 153.4. 43.8 inches. So I'm wearing basically my high school jeans again. My friends and family, they're just like, I almost think they think I'm getting too skinny or something, but I'm like, I feel healthy. They just want to fatten me up for some reason. Like I said, I'm squeezing into those skinny jeans. So I'm off that blood pressure and cholesterol medication.
You're about to up level and step into a whole nother level of success here.
Well, you know, the holiday season is a time of joy for the family and often food overload. So how do we stay energized and shed fat while having fun? John Jubilee, founder of Energized Health, has the answer for us. Well, John, congratulations over the weekend. I heard it all about my Michigan bet. Congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes. I won't use the name I called them while they were taking my money away from me, but congratulations. Tell us about, you know, this is the season not to just lay back and get lazy and get fat, is to actually focus your attention on your health, right?
Well, it is, but I will tell everyone, Eric, God gave us taste buds because food tastes good. So during the holidays, absolutely enjoy that amazing casserole that you only eat at Thanksgiving or Christmas, and some of the desserts that you only eat at Thanksgiving or Christmas. You can enjoy all that stuff, guys. You really can. But we have to make sure, right, that we have our eye on the prize for the long term. You know, long-term success is we don't eat like the holidays every day. We only eat like the holidays on the holidays. And then it's just moderation. So you really can't eat everything in moderation. Do you know, we actually have a guide, Eric, a fast food guide. So if you go to Chick-fil-A or McDonald's like President Trump does, or Wendy's or Taco Bell or Sonic, we have a guide. Our clients eat at all of those restaurants. So this guy that you just saw, which realize what this guy said, he lost almost 50 pounds of fat in 88 days. Fat, not weight. So he didn't lose any of his muscle, didn't lose any of his hydration. That's what we want to do. We want to be healthy with the side effect of losing our fat and gaining our muscle.
So this is a true story. I was in the White House, called the White House one day. Trump was in the Oval. He was in it's called the reading room. It's just off the Oval. And I walk in and he has two bowls. He's got a big bowl of McDonald's French fries, big, and big bowl of ketchup. And he would take a French fry, dip it in the ketchup, bite it, and then there's a discard bowl, third bowl, and he'd discard the part that he was holding because he's a germaphobe. So he's eating French fries, he's eating ketchup. Does President Trump need cellular hydration?
Well, we all need it. We all do. And I'll bet you that if we measured President Trump's hydration, he's probably about 15 to 20 pounds low of intracellular hydration. And I just know that from 28 years of doing this. I can look at people and tell about how hydrated they are or dehydrated they are. And but you know what? I love President Trump. And look, everybody needs cellular hydration because it's just going to help your metabolism stay like it was when you were 17 years old. Because by the way, you know, he's a tall guy, so he can get away with it, right? And he always wears suits, and suits cover up 30, 40 pounds of fat really good. Right. So absolutely.
And he likes the big suit, and he likes that really long tie to kind of, in wide, so it makes you look a little thin. Hey, can you just quickly tell us about the Cyber Monday discount?
Oh, yeah, listen, for anybody that's just been waiting around, we've never done this before, so definitely just go log in the website and just book a call and ask them about the special that we're doing right now. Yeah, we've never done this before, but we've got a super special going on. We've never cut our price like this, but we said, hey, let's do it. People are used to this. So just log on to Energized Health, hit your book a call, and ask them, hey, what's the best Cyber Monday call that you got going on? And it's going on all week, by the way. But make a call today, and you'll get a special deal that you never got before. That's for sure.
There you go. Honestly, John, congratulations. Big week next week. I'm going to take Indiana. We'll have to make a bet on that one, too. John Jubilee, thank you so much. Founder of Energized Health, John Jubilee. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, folks, check this out. The sharper man always wins. Not the younger man, not the more talented man, the sharper man. It starts with understanding one truth. Your edge is lost in the micro decisions, not the big ones. Your edge is the decisions you make at 6 a.m. It's a choice between another hour of sleep or getting after it. It's eating the protein, not the pastry. It's making that extra call. It's reviewing footage when it's the last thing in the world you want to do. Well, so have you been feeling soft or unfocused, slipping into cruise control? I got a message for you. Last week on The Edge, I gave the wake-up call most men never hear anymore. Not politics, no excuses, just truth and a push to get your edge back. So get your phone out, aim it at that QR code, Thank you for your support, because when you hit that, a little yellow line comes up, you press it, you're subscribed. I want your subscription. We want to tell YouTube we are growing like crazy. We have this call out to hit 7,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You're going to help us get there. Hit that either with your camera or go to youtube.com/@EricBollingTheEdge, youtube.com/@EricBollingTheEdge. Please subscribe. Thank you for your viewership, your support, and your subscription. We'll be right back.